Welcome back to part 4 of LarryBoy and the Sinister Snow Day. We are starting off tonight at chapter 11. Thank you for visiting, and please enjoy. Chapter 11. The Iceberg Cometh. Zoom! LarryBoy flew over Bumbleberg in the Larry Plain. The whole town was indeed flooded, covered knee-deep in water. Well, knee-deep for average-sized citizens like cucumbers and carrots. For shorter vegetables like tomatoes and peppers, it was a whole lot deeper. And for tall Bumblebergians like celery, it wasn't as deep. You get the idea.
"Look, there's Officer Olaf,"
said Larry. LarryBoy sent the plane into a dive toward the street. As the Larry plane neared the ground, the wings tucked into the sides of the plane, and the wheels popped out. The Larry plane was transformed into the LarryMobile. Splash! The LarryMobile hit the road, splattering water everywhere. Our hero splashed up to the Officer Olaf's squad car, sitting in the middle of the road.
"Hey, Olaf,"
Larry called. Officer Olaf rolled down his window. "LarryBoy, I'm glad to see you," said the policeman. "The whole town of Bumbleberg is flooded. The streets are a mess, and panic is setting in. People are getting soaked just going out to pick up the morning paper, and on top of that, the morning papers are all soggy."
"I see,"
said LarryBoy. "And now, even I'm stuck. My engine is flooded."
"Well,"
said LarryBoy,
"you should expect that when driving in a flood. Kind of silly, don't you think?"
Just then, the engine of the LarryMobile sputtered and died.
"Oops,"
said our hero.
"Sure wish I could get to the Larry speedboat."
"Looks like we are both stuck until the flood subsides," said Olaf.
"How long will that be?"
asked LarryBoy. "It'll take days for the water to drain off." "It will take longer than that!" a strange voice boomed across the waters. LarryBoy and Olaf looked up and noticed a van parked directly across the street. The side door of the van was open. Inside in the van was a large, clear plastic bowl. And sitting in the bowl was...
"Eek! A large head!"
screamed LarryBoy.
"Of lettuce!"
Looks like the picture of Iceberg on Bumbleberg's Most Wanted," said Olaf. "That's right," boomed the voice of the lettuce head. "I am Iceberg, and I'm the new master of the soon-to-be icy Bumbleberg."
Get him,
LarryBoy," shouted Olaf. Sorry.
"Okay,"
shouted LarryBoy.
"Prepare to meet your match, Iceberg."
LarryBoy reached for his door handle. "It's too late," laughed Iceberg. As he laughed, the streets of Bumbleberg began to shake. Chapter 12. Ice Capades. "What's happening?" Officer Olaf had to shout to be heard over the loud rumbling.
"What?" shouted
LarryBoy.
"I can't hear you. You will have to shout to be heard over the loud rumbling."
"I said," shouted Olaf, "what's happening?" "I'm happening," boomed Iceberg. "Wahaha!"
"Hey, I recognize that laugh," said LarryBoy. "That is the universal evil menace to society laugh. Only supervillains use that laugh."
"That's right," Iceberg agreed. "Even now, my machinery is transforming the floodwaters of Bumbleberg."
"You're getting rid of the water?"
shouted LarryBoy.
"How thoughtful of you. And I thought you were going to be an evil menace."
"Not getting rid of," teased Iceberg, "but transforming." With a loud crack, the rumbling stopped.
"Glad that's over,"
said our hero.
"Now to see about that head of lettuce."
"Yikes, my door is stuck," said Officer Olaf. "LarryBoy, look at the water." LarryBoy gasped. The water had turned to ice, and the LarryMobile was stuck in it. In fact, all of Bumbleberg was stuck in ice. "It worked," Iceberg crowed. "My plan to turn Bumbleberg into a frozen wasteland has worked."
"I'll get you for this,"
LarryBoy warned. "How?" asked the head. "You can't even get out of your car."
"My LarryMobile comes equipped with a special crime-fighting feature made especially for situations like this."
"What's that?"
"A canopy."
LarryBoy quickly popped open the canopy and hopped out onto the ice. "Not so fast," Iceberg said. He then called out, "Boys! Zoom, zoom, zoom!" Frostbite, Avalanche, and Snowflake jumped out of the van. Each wore a jet skate. They zoomed across the ice and encircled LarryBoy.
Only 3 of you? Heh,
Taunted LarryBoy.
no problem. I can take on all 3 of you with my arms tied behind my back. If I had arms, that is.
The super cucumber hopped toward Frostbite, but he promptly slipped on the ice and fell down. Nice try.
Oh, yeah?
LarryBoy responded. He quickly leaped back up to a standing position and just as quickly slid into a lying down position.
This is embarrassing,
The cucumber moaned.
Catch us if you can't. Can't catch us if you can't even stand up.
Avalanche teased.
Oh, yeah?
Pop! LarryBoy shot one of his plunger ears straight at Avalanche. Plop! It stuck to the snow pea.
Who's laughing now?
Asked our hero. Avalanche zoomed away from LarryBoy. The rope attached to the plunger ear became taut. Swoosh! Just like a water skier, LarryBoy was pulled across the ice.
Thought
LarryBoy.
This isn't exactly what I had in mind.
Hey, fellows,
Shouted Avalanche.
let's play Whiplash.
Frostbite and Snowflake glided over to Avalanche, hooked themselves together, and zoomed across the ice with LarryBoy in tow. Then they came to a sudden stop. LarryBoy whipped past the trio.
Ah!
Screamed LarryBoy. Our hero continued sliding until he hit the wall of the Bumbleberg Library. LarryBoy slid down the wall in a daze.
That was fun,
Said Snowflake.
Let's do it again.
Suggested Avalanche.
Yippee!
Said Frostbite. The 3 took off at a high speed. Soon, the dazed LarryBoy was skiing behind them again.
Mommy.
LarryBoy,
Shouted Officer Olaf.
release the plunger.
What?
Shouted LarryBoy.
Release the plunger.
Good idea.
Replied the hero. He turned his head to the side. Pop! The plunger popped off of Avalanche, but too late. The 3 had already stopped, and LarryBoy whipped on past, heading straight for Iceberg's van.
Look out!
Shouted the cucumber.
Crash.
LarryBoy flew through the van door and smacked into the wall.
Hello, LarryBoy. I appreciate your dropping by,
The villain said.
You don't look so good.
Eep.
Said LarryBoy.
And to think, I was afraid you would spoil my plans. Ha ha ha,
Laughed the iceberg.
Eep.
Said LarryBoy.
Well, just to make sure you don't crack this ice-capade, you can come and stay with me.
Said Iceberg as he slammed the door shut. Avalanche zoomed to the van and jumped into the driver's side. The engine revved to life and the van zoomed across the ice.
Hey, look,
Shouted Olaf.
the van was really a rocket sled in disguise.
nice detective work.
Frostbite teased Olaf, skating right up to the police officer.
I hope you have learned something in all of this.
The Snow Pea taunted.
Learn something? Like what?
Asked Officer Olaf.
That we control Bumbleberg now. Come on, Snowflake.
Frostbite and Snowflake skated off laughing.
Hey, that's not funny,
Shouted Olaf.
Besides, I know LarryBoy. He'll find a way to escape and make you all pay.
The 2 villains had disappeared.
At least, I think he will.
Added Olaf, not really as sure as he sounded. We will continue with Chapter 13 in the next video. And I just want to remind you that I will put all of these up in one nice long video when the book is finished. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.